Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Apna Funda Online. In this video, we will be solving 10 more questions on percentage. Refer to the percentage playlists now to watch our previous video on percentage. I'm sharing the links in the description box. Kindly subscribe to Apna Funda Online to ensure that you don't miss a single video on this topic. If you have any query, doubts, or anything you want to tell us, you can mail us at hello@apnafundaonline.in. In the description box, there are links to our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter page. Click on those links and follow our page for daily updates. Let's begin. Keep your copies ready, take a pen, and solve along with me. In case if you're unable to follow, repeat the questions where you're uncomfortable and watch it again. First question. By mistake, I multiplied a number by 3 by 5 instead of 5 by 3. What is the percentage error in my calculation? What is asked to find is the percentage error. I had to multiply a number by a certain number, but I multiplied it by another number. So there are two results. One is the result that I arrived, and the result that I wanted. So I had to multiply by 5 by 3, but I did it by 3 by 5. So there are two fractions over here, 3 by 5 and 5 by 3. I multiplied a number by 3 by 5 instead of 5 by 3. When we have such questions, we need to assume a number. What I would recommend to assume a number is the LCM of 5 and 3. So LCM of 5 and 3 is equals to 15. So I will assume the number to be 15. So let the number be 15. So 3 by 5 into 15 and 5 by 3 into 15. So the result that I have got is 9, but the result that I wanted is 25. Correct? Now, what is the difference? The difference is I got the result which is lesser by 16. 25 minus 9, 16. This is the error. So, the percentage error in my calculation will become 16 divided by what I wanted was 25 into 100. Correct? So, my answer is 64. I hope you have solved along with me and you have followed and you agree to me, and this is the answer that you will also get. Next question. The population of a Saregama town was 1,60,000 3 years ago. If it increased by 3%, 2.5%, and 5% respectively in the first 3 years, then the present population of Saregama town is. Guys, in our percentage video 1, in the introduction to percentage chapter, we discussed a formula for successive percentage change. If you have not seen that video and the other videos on percentage, I have shared the playlist link in the description box. Please do have a look to all the videos on percentage chapter. Successive percentage change formula is, let's say there is a number that increases or decreases with x, y, and z%, then the net percentage change will be a into 1 plus minus x by 100 into 1 plus minus y by 100 into 1 plus minus z by 100 into percentage. Correct? Let's solve this. So this says 1,60,000 into 1. All are increasing, so it will be plus. This will be 3 by 100 into 1 plus 2.5 by 100 into 1 plus 5 by 100. Correct? Let's solve this. This will be 1,60,000 into 103 by 100 into 102.5 by 100 into 105 by 100. I hope you are able to follow. This, when you solve it, will give you 177,366. 1,77,366 is my answer. If you know this formula, you will be able to solve this question in a minute. Please do check out my videos on percentage. We have discussed these formulas and we have discussed questions on this as well. I hope you have solved along with me. Next question. Raju sells his goods 25% cheaper than Sushant and 25% dearer than Tarun. How much percent is Tarun's good cheaper than Sushant? So I will assume the price for Sushant's good. So let's say this Sushant is selling his goods at a price of 100. Raju sells 25% cheaper. So 25% cheaper than Sushant. So that means 100 minus 25. Raju is selling at 75. Raju is selling 25% dearer than Tarun. So Raju is also selling 25% dearer than Tarun. So 75 into 100 divided by 125, this will be equal to 60. This is the price for Tarun. So you have Sushant as 100, Raju as 75, and Tarun as 60. How much percent is Tarun's good cheaper than Sushant? So Tarun is 60, Sushant is 100, 40 on a scale of 100 into 100, 40% is my answer. I hope you have solved along with me. This is an easy question. You should also get this answer 40%. Next question. To pass an exam, 40% marks are essential. Akshay obtains 10% marks less than the pass marks, and Manoj obtains 11.11% marks less than Akshay. What percent less than the sum of Akshay's and Manoj's marks should Dev obtain to pass the exam? Let's go step by step. Let's say the total marks of the exam is 100. So pass mark, which is at 40%, becomes 40 marks. So 40 marks is the passing marks. Akshay is obtaining 10% marks less than the pass marks. So 10% of 40 is 4. 40 minus 4, so he gets 36. Akshay's mark is 36. Manoj obtains 11.11 marks less than Akshay. So 11.11 marks less of 36. Correct? So if you have seen my percentage video 2, we discussed about fraction, decimals, and ratio equivalence. By looking at 11.11%, you will immediately recognize that this is equal to 1 by 9. I hope you are practicing the fractions, decimals, and ratio equivalence, and you are thorough with the important percentages and their conversion. It is very important for you to know that, because it will help you solve the questions fast and it will make you look the question, see the question easily. So 11.11% of 36. This is simply 1 by 9. So this is 4. So 36 minus 4. So Manoj has got 32. Akshay has got 36. Manoj has got 32. Now, Akshay plus Manoj, the sum of their marks is equals to 68. I hope you're able to follow. The sum of Akshay's and Manoj's mark is 68. What percent less than the sum of Akshay's and Manoj's marks should Dev obtain to pass the exam? So the passing marks is 40. Akshay and Manoj is 68. So what percent less will become 68 minus 40? Correct. I hope you are able to follow. Divided by the sum of their Akshay's and Manoj marks divided by 68 into 100. Correct. So this will become 28 by 68 into 100. My answer is 41.17%. I hope you have solved along with me. This is an easy question. You should also get this answer. Next question. The difference of two numbers is 20% of the larger number. If the smaller number is 20, then the larger number is. So we know there is a large number and there is a small number. The small number is 20. This is already given. The difference of two numbers is 20% of the larger number. Let the larger number be x. So large minus small, obviously. So x minus 20 is equals to 20% of x. Correct? X minus 20 is equals to x by 5. 5x minus 100 is equals to x. 5x minus x is equals to 100. 4x is equals to 100. X is equals to 100 by 4, which is equal to 25. This is my answer. I hope this is the answer you have also got. You have solved along with me. You have been able to follow. Very simple question. Let's go to next question. Find the original fraction if the numerator of a fraction is increased by 150% and the denominator of the fraction is increased by 350%. The resultant fraction is 25 by 51. So let the original fraction be x by y. Correct? What is given that when I will increase x by y by 150% and when I will increase the y by 350%, this fraction should become 25 by 51. Correct? Now let's solve this. X. So we have x into 150%. So this will be 1.5x. For y into 350% divided by 100. This will become 3.5y. So what is given is x plus 1.5x divided by y plus 3.5y becomes 25 by 51. Correct? This becomes 2.5x divided by 4.5y, which is equals to 25 by 51. Correct? I'll just remove the decimals. 25x by 45y is equals to 25 by 51. This 25 goes. Now I am at x by 45y is equals to 1 by 51. Correct? Can I say x by y is equals to 45 by 51? Correct? You further calculate this, you divide it by 3. 15 by 17. This is the original fraction. This is my answer. I hope you are able to get this answer. Easy question. Next question. In an examination, 48% students failed in geography and 32% students in science. 20% students failed in both the subjects. If the number of students who passed the examination was 880, how many students appeared in the examination if the examination consisted only of these two subjects? If you are thorough with Venn diagrams and set theory, you will love to solve such type of questions. If you have not, please do check out my videos on Venn diagrams and set theory. We have explained Venn diagrams of 2 and 3 sets very thoroughly. We have solved good amount of examples. So Venn diagram of 2 set says something like this. There is a set A, there is a set B. Set A means A plus G, set B means G plus B. Only this small a means only A, this small b means only B, and means none of this. Now let's solve this in this style. So over here, the two Venn diagrams are geography and science. The total number of candidates, we assume the total number of students to be T itself. So we know that 48% of the students in geography and 32% of students in science failed. The students who failed in both these subjects are 20%. So this is 20%. If 48% have failed in geography and 20% have failed in both these subjects, and there are only two subjects, that means only geography failing is 28%, 48 minus 20. Similarly, only science fail will become 32 minus 12, 32 minus 20, sorry, that is 12%. And number of people who did not fail at all, that means the number of students who passed is 880. Correct. Now, the total number of students from this example is A plus B plus G plus N. Let's solve this. Since we have assumed the total students to be T, so A becomes 28% of T plus B means 12% of T plus G, that is 20% of T plus N, that is 880. Correct. Let's simplify this. Let's do it in decimals. This is 0.28T plus 0.12T plus 0.20T plus 880. Correct. Now let's add all of this. 40, 60. This will become T is equals to 0.60T plus 880. So T minus 0.60T is equals to 880. So this will give me 0.40T is equals to 880. T is equals to 880 divided by 0.4. Correct. This will give me 2200. These are the number of students who appeared in the examination. This is my answer. I hope you are thorough with Venn diagram set theory. I hope you are able to understand a Venn diagram or set theory of two such clusters. You will be able to solve such questions easily. If you haven't watched my videos on Venn diagram set theory, please do go and watch it. It is a very simple and a very important concept in competitive exams. Also check out our previous videos. We have discussed questions on Venn diagrams also in percentage. Please do check out. The playlist link is in the description box. Next question. Sonam's bag contains 600 coins of 25 paisa denomination and 1200 coins of 50 paisa denomination. If 12% of 25 paisa and 24% of 50 paisa coins are removed, then what percentage of money is removed from the bag? Simple question. It just requires simple calculation. What we know that 600 coins are of 25 paisa and 1200 coins are of 50 paisa. These are the total amount in the bag. So what is the value? These are coins. So what is the value? This is 150. This is 600. So the total value in the bag, the total worth, it is 750. 1800 coins are worth 750 rupees. Correct? What is given is 12% of the coins of 25 paisa and 24% of 50 paisa coins are removed. So 12% of 600 will give me 72. I hope you are able to follow. 72 coins. Similarly, 24% of 1200 coins will give me 288 coins. I hope you're able to follow. Now, what are the value of these coins? This will be 18 rupees. This will be 144 rupees. So 162. So out of 750, 162 is removed. Correct. What percentage of money is removed? So 162 divided by 750 into 100. Correct. 430. This will give me 21.6%. This is my answer. I hope you have solved along with me, and this is the answer that you will get. Easy question. Next question. What percentage of the whole week does Bhagesh spend in office if his office hours are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. from Monday to Friday? What we are required to calculate is the whole week. Correct. So whole week is 24/7. Correct. 24 hours into 7 days. His office hours are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That becomes how many hours? That is 8 hours. Monday to Friday. That is 5 days. So 8 hours into 5 days divided by 24 hours into 7 days into 100. This is what we are asked to calculate. Correct. So this is 40. This is, just keep it 24 by 7 into 100. This will give you an answer of 23.8%. This is the percentage that Bhagesh is spending in the office, percentage of the whole week he's in office. Simple question, requires simple, fast calculation. You will be able to solve such questions really very quickly if you are able to follow all of these questions. I end the video here. We'll solve more questions in our next video. So do not forget to watch our next video on percentage. If you like this video, please share it with your friends. If you have any queries, doubts, or anything you want to tell us, you can mail us at hello@apnafundaonline.in. You can also follow us on social media platforms for daily updates from Apna Funda Online. Ensure you don't miss a single video on this topic. So kindly subscribe to Apna Funda Online and press the bell icon. Stay tuned to Apna Funda Online for more educational videos. Thank you.